Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. And first things first, Happy New Year. I hope you all had a good Christmas and a good New Year, and I've got to apologise for no video being out. I've been flat out. I'm on a massive catch up now. I've done 5 games over Christmas, 1 on the 21st, 2 on Boxing Day. Crikey, that was a heck of a job, but I managed it all right. Birmingham versus Burton Albion. And then shot up an hour north to Stoke versus Leeds. That was a cracking day. Managed to get some good results from them 2 games, so that was all right. A bit nervous going into it. When you agreed to do a double shift, it's, oh God, how am I going to get on? I ended up leaving Birmingham sort of on 75 minutes. But anyway, more of that in an up-and-coming video. I'm going to try and catch up and do each game as a video, because I've had lots of good celebrations and some nice build-up to each of the games, you know, with fans coming to the ground and that. So yeah, I managed to get some lovely sets. So I'm going to try and cover them all in the next week or 2 and try and catch up again. But anyway, let's move on to this game. So this is going back to December the 21st, lead up to Christmas, and on the lookout for lots of Christmassy things that, you know, items that fans were wearing. So anyway, yeah, it was Leeds versus Oxford. So without further ado, let's crack on with the set. Right, so it's actually quite breezy, and I always like to document the programme, especially when it's got players on the front of the programme, and I laid it on the side next to the, laid the programme next to the goal, and it was blowing about, and I thought, I'll tell you what, I've seen someone thread the programme into the goal net before, and I think this worked quite well, and you can get a bit of the background scenery in as well. So yeah, I thought that worked quite nice, and you can see Leeds versus Oxford. You can see both logos, and yeah, I thought it worked out quite well. I'm at f7.1, so I didn't want to be I wanted a little bit of the backdrop to be nice and sharp, and the goal net to be sharp. So yeah, 7.1, 250th, and ISO 1000 look on the 16mm. So yeah, it worked out quite well. So have a go at that if you do programs. Just something a bit different. Try and think outside the box a bit, instead of it being laid down on the floor or leant up against the net, which I often do, or leant up against the net post. Thread it into the net, just something different. But anyway, crikey, nearly a minute of talking about where to put the program. But anyway, yeah, round the ground, just a quick one. I've done loads of leads, and I'm trying to get different angles. And a bit of a shame that we've got the high vis. But the stewards seem to get to grounds earlier and earlier now, so yeah, not too bad. I waited for the digiboards all to light up, all going round with the Adidas sign on, so it just made something a bit different, and it matches that Adidas sign there, you see, so just something a bit different. And then outside, and the bins around the ground have got Leeds United on them, sponsored by Leeds United, so just thought I'd snap a bin, something a bit different. It's got Leeds on it and a scruffy old sticker. And I think I did one of these a couple of weeks ago in a video. Fans taking pictures of fans, and just outside the monument at the front there, the memorial, and makes quite a nice image. And then it was bitterly cold, and like I said, it was quite windy, so it was bitterly cold, but a nice clear blue sky. And well, for the start of the game, it didn't end that way, but more of that in a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to document the fans all wrapped up, but the sun's shining, so I managed to get that. And then, like I said, I go outside quickly, and then I get back inside the ground, and just caught the referee testing the goal line technology, so that made quite a nice frame. And then Oxford arrived, so just a few of the guys just having a look. I don't know if Oxford have been to Leeds United in a long time, so unless there's been some cup games. So yeah, they were all interested to come and have a look at Ellen Road, and managed to catch this fan. He got to his seat nice and early. Look at all them badges. Let's just have a look at some of them badges. Let's just zoom in a bit. What's he got on there? Let's take that off. He's got West Ham. I think, look, he's got West Ham, Blackburn Rovers, Arsenal, Ipswich, that is, look, Blackpool, Leicester. He collects badges from everywhere. Look at some of them. Ellen Road, EFL Cup round 2. Crikey, Ellen Road, look, when West Ham went there, look. 21. Crikey, he's got loads there. What's he got on the other side? Hey, Gary Speed, look, bless him, crikey. Got loads of them, look. Absolutely brilliant. Forest there, look. Crikey, look at all the small ones. He's got all the small pin badges. But yeah, I didn't actually zoom in on that when I took it. But yeah, that's obviously the best badge. Come on, you Irons. Oh dear, Lopetegui is still in charge. How much longer that's going to be, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, just thought I'd snap him, and I saw that and just make something a bit different. And then back outside again, and I'm looking for Christmassy things, like I said. And this chap had a Christmas Leeds jumper on, so I thought that made quite a nice scene. Queuing up for fish and chips, and that's exactly what I captioned it. Leeds United fan dressed in Christmas attire, queues up for some fish and chips on Ellen Road. And yeah, and then just a few more fans, all wrapped up, look, all wrapped up, making their way to the ground. And I really love this, these three fans, look. And I just snuck about, and I was just sort of loitering around fans, and I was waiting for a gap so that they didn't see me, because the last thing you want is, I wanted it to be natural, and made a nice natural image, this looking away and just waiting for the turnstiles to open. And yeah, I thought that worked quite well. And then I found this newly painted Burley Banksy, look. Well, it looks, I've not noticed it before. Some of you might have noticed it. I mean, I've not, and it's just outside the ground really. So I just thought I'd focus on that and get some lads waiting, lads and lasses just walking past on a slow shutter speed. What are we at there? We're at a 10th, look, just to make sure that they're nice and blurred. Just got nice and comfy with the camera, made sure that there was no movement, focused on the box, and just waited for a few fans with some colour just to walk past. Again, just setting the scene outside the ground really. And then it's getting a bit busier now, look, so that's the front of Ellen Road. Again, I'm at a slow shutter, 15th there at 14, F14, look. Obviously focused on the building and tried to get what you'd call a sea of fans, nice and blurred. Probably not that much movement, but with it being really windy, I was struggling to get a nice, real long exposure, so settled on that. But these chaps are a bit blurred and the car's blurred, so bit of movement in that image. And caught this fan coming out the shop with some Christmas Leeds crackers, so just thought that made another nice scene with his plastic bag with the Leeds United on it, and obviously you can see the crackers. So yeah, just a Christmassy themed image really. Some of the papers, you know, like Mail, Sport Online and that, I just pick up on pre-match images. Back inside now for warm-up, and this is Aronson, their new signing, and he's playing quite well now, so lots of warm-up. I had a nice little session of warm-up actually, quite a nice bit of depth here when the lads are all in a line warming up. Makes a nice scene, and just focused on Rothwell there, just through the crowd of players, and a bit more warm-up. Road on there, just warming up, and then just got a nice low angle. I'm trying to put, I did Grimsby Town on when was that? 29th, on the 29th of December, and I actually put I unfolded the screen and I actually put my R3 on the ground. I put it on the grass and got some nice warm-up stuff as low as you can possibly get, and nice little bit of sunset as well, but more about that next week hopefully. But yeah, always just trying to think outside the box and get different angles to the norm, you know. And yeah, nice bit of warm-up, and then we're getting ready for kick-off, look. So here comes Daniel Farker, just shaking hands with the Oxford boss, and just one of the Oxford boss there looking my way, and then we're off. Nice bit of action here, and here's the first goal. What we on? 9 minutes past 3, and I went. Obviously, you can't help where you can't decide where you go at Leeds. You get given zone 1 or zone 2, and you have to stick with it. Which it makes your decision. Well, there is no decision to be made. It makes it nice and easy as to where you're going to go. So, you know, there's no head into the ground thinking now who's top of the league, who's highest in the league, who's going to score first, which attack shall I do. It's zone 1 or zone 2, stay there, and that's it at Ellen Road. So, but you really got to keep your wits about you, especially when you know that Leeds are probably going to win against Oxford, a lower end team. You know, they've only just got promoted and struggling a bit unfortunately, but nice to see him in the Championship nonetheless. But yeah, Daniel James scores on 9 minutes, look, and got him tapping it in nicely, and then just followed him, and obviously got all the fans celebrating here, which makes a lovely backdrop, doesn't it? And he's in the middle of that melee somewhere, and then just waving to the crowd, and then Joe Rothwell just giving him a bit of a hug there for scoring. So extend, always follow the goal scorer. I've said that before. Keep on the goal scorer as long as you can, because they might not give you anything until almost when, you know, the opposite team are going to kick off again, and they'll just give a, you know, grit the teeth or something, or look towards the crowd, and that's the shot you want. That can go with your goal that you didn't get very well, you know, such as this one, because backs, you know, it's a goal like, but not bad with the just going underneath the keeper's arms there, look, so it's a goal shot, and then that just made it really. But and then there was an injury break, and Meliele, the Leeds keeper, was doing keepy uppies, so I just got one of that, and then he just threw the ball back towards me, and you can see how windy it is. Look, there's a chip box wrapper there, look, and there was loads of litter on the pitch. I might have caught some at some point, but anyway, yeah, I was just filling my boots with Meliele while there was a bit of an injury break. Got a nice close-up of him there, and this was Piru, a good save from the keeper, not quite 2-0, but saved that, and nice bit of action. No high vis in the background, look, hey, how about that? That's a rarity, but yeah, nice bit of action, nice foul there. Oh dear, but got that one all right. And now then, I've been struggling, and I've been bad-mouthing the R3 since I've had it really, because when I first got it, I've had quite a few conversations with different people in press rooms. Since I've got it, I've found that it's been really waxy, and I was racking my brains as to why it was so waxy. I mean, this is a bit of a pull, but if I pull it in even more, you can see how waxy it's getting, look. And I've just not been happy with the quality until I went into my settings, deep into my settings. Now I set my own picture style up, my user defined number 1, and I whacked the strength up to +7, and turns out that was it. And no, thanks to Simon Davies actually, we had a really good chat at Leeds about it, and he said, what's your clarity at? I said, it's only at +1, clarity's all right. What's your sharpening at? Well, that's maxed out at +10, but that's fine. He said, I don't know what it could be then. I said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to go through each setting and see where it is, because it's got to be my fault somewhere. Bad workman always blames his tools. And lo and behold, in my picture style, in my user-defined settings, when I first got the R3, I thought this is such a good body, it'll be able to cope, maxed out everything, every slider maxed out. And it turns out it can't. Anyway, I've whacked the strength down in my user-defined back to number 1 and tested it this weekend, and absolutely perfect. So another apology to make to the R3. So yeah, just be careful with your picture style and make sure that you don't overdo that strength, because I should have got the original up of this actually, but yeah, I've not been happy with pulling stuff in too much, and I think I've probably said it in a few videos. I love the R3 for its speed and its focusing, but I've not been able to pull because you lose quality. My fault, user error. Don't go too much on that strength. But anyway, let's carry on. So yeah, here's the next goal. So this is 2-0. Just slotted it past the keeper there, look. And off he went. He ran the other way, unfortunately, but it's a case of dodging between the goalposts and whatever. But so we've got the back bar here, look, the back stanchion, the back post there holding the net up, and then we've got the front post here, look, but managed 1 or 2 nice ones. Here's 3-0, and this is where I had some really good sellies. So Aronson scores this goal, and I've kept them all in, look, because I had a lovely set, lovely set of celebrations, look, and they're almost looking at me down the lens, look, and yeah, really chuffed with these, and it just kept on going and going and going, and I kept on snapping and snapping, and I have got to get a third mirrorless body, R6, or might even get another R5, just so that I've got the widey to my feet, because you know, some of these, like from there, I'm at 70 there, look, and I'm thinking I'm going to run out of space, and yeah, I'm really missing not having a widey at the minute. But here we go. I mean, I could use I've still got the 5D Mark IV, but I want to trade that in, and unfortunately, I've been using my remote, and I've been putting my widey, my EF lens on that, my 16 to 35. I've been putting that on the widey, the remote behind the goal. So I've only got this widey that I'm filming on now as an RF lens. So yeah, I must try and get the 5D Mark IV and a few other bits that I've got traded in, probably to MPB or something, and get myself a third mirrorless body, and then I can have a widey down by my feet, and I don't have to panic when this sort of image happens. You know, I mean, although I'd probably crop into that anyway to his top half. It's always good to have a widey by your feet. And anyway, and here's the 4th goal. He gave it a good whack, and then he ran my way again, looking straight down the lens. Look at that, absolutely fantastic. And just blew a kiss, and yeah, and I've left all these in again. Look, and he jumped, but I knew he was going to jump, because you could see in his body language he was going to jump, but he jumped early enough for me at 70 mil. I'm at 95 mil there, look, so I'm still zooming out. Yeah, I'm zooming out, look, 90mm, 75mm when he jumps. I've zoomed right out now and managed to get his jump, luckily. And then he stopped just in front of us again, and he was really, yeah, he was really giving it large, look. And then again I stayed on him, and as the rest of the players are walking away, he turned round and gave another roar. So I made sure I got that as well. So yeah, really chuffed with that. And oh, here's a pan blur, but I've changed my settings now, because with a lot of the games, obviously half of it's in the dark still and the floodlights on. I think I have my pan blur settings. Here we are, look, I've set it to aperture f29, and at 5,000th it's really grainy. So I have knocked that down now on my second lot of settings that I use on my back button. I don't do back button focus. I use my shutter for the focus and just can't get my muscle memory right. I've been across that before as well. So I use the back button focus button that you guys that use back button focus, I use that for a second lot of settings for my pan blurs. So quickly hit it, pan, and then off again. So yeah, I've changed them settings a bit now, but yeah, it just looks a bit grainy, this image, doesn't it? But anyway, and then the heavens open, look at that. So just documenting that it started raining, and cool, it was blustery still and windy, and it wasn't the best conditions. But yeah, I've got the Oxford manager looking a bit dejected, bless him. And then that's it, full time. Farker came on, just following him round the pitch, and these two lads having a Nonto and Mellinet having a Melian, I can never say his name properly, having a bit of a laugh and a joke, look, and yeah, and then just a couple of Daniel Farker to finish. That one to finish. So yeah, a good game, and that's one game out of 5 caught up. So yeah, I'll try and get what we're on today. I'm filming this. This is Thursday night, so this will be going out. You'll be watching this on Friday night. I'll try and get another one filmed for like probably Sunday or Monday, and then I'll try and catch up over the next few weeks, because I like to document every game, because there's something different happens in every game that I learn from, and hopefully you guys can learn from as well. So yeah, every game's got its issues, and like this game, I've suddenly realised, you know, just by pulling that image in, I thought it's waxy and it's got to be my fault, and lo and behold it was. So yeah, turn that strength down on the R3, and it's proper spot on now. And so I've done some testing and pulled it right in, and you don't lose any quality. So yeah, yeah, there's always something to be taken from every game. I've always said it in photography, every day is a learning day for all of us, and hence why I do these videos most of the time. But anyway, thanks for all your comments on, you know, Happy New Year's and texts, and I've had the odd email as well saying Merry Christmas and that, so really do appreciate it. I'm trying to catch up and answer you all as quick as I can, and yeah, here's to 2025 and more of the same, and let's hope we all have a great year, and yeah, Happy New Year again, guys, and catch up later on in the week. Jobs are good.